before we do that, we have a surprise guest that we're going to skip over to real quick. And then we'll pick back up after. So let's add in. Give me 1 second to get it done.
We lost Scott.
Scott's still there with audio. But hello, Judge Taul. We wanted to pause our regular rundown for a moment and welcome Hardin County Judge Executive Keith Taul. Over the past several days, there's been a lot of uncertainty surrounding BlueOval SK, Ford in the future of the Glendale facility. Today, Judge Taul released an official statement outlining what's confirmed, what's still developing, and how the county is supporting impacted workers. Judge Taul, we appreciate you joining us and taking time to speak directly to the community. We know you had a busy schedule today.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's good to see all of you. Even my son. Wow. Awesome. Looking good today. Yeah. But yeah, it's good to be on here and happy to maybe hopefully clear up some of the rumors. And I think there's quite a few. I'm not big on getting on Facebook, but others are telling me that there's lots of misunderstandings and stuff. So maybe I can clear a few of those up.
Yes. So, Judge, before we get into the details, what's the most important thing you want impacted workers and their families in Hardin County to hear right now?
Well, I think the biggest thing on my mind, and I think all of ours, is the 1,600 or so employees at BlueOval that are being impacted majorly in their lives. Each and every person, when you say 1,600, you lump a bunch of people together. Sometimes you don't think of who that is, but that's our neighbors, our friends, our brothers, sisters, children, moms, dads. These are folks that joined up with BlueOval thinking that that was a secure place to work, a good place to work, and that they could be there for years and years and decades even. So this is news that, of course, is terrible and for them, and I'm very sorry that it has happened to them, and I don't really know how they feel right now, but I'm sure it's a pretty rough time. So I'm thinking about them. I'm thinking of how this is going to proceed. My understanding is that they have about 60 days of getting paid. So it's not very much time to find another job or to try to make different plans for their lives. So that's probably the biggest thing that I'm thinking of. I mean, there's all kinds of other stuff going on, but my heart goes out to all these folks.
Yes. Your statement referenced approximately 1,600 workers that would be laid off. And you also mentioned that you're committed to providing resources and support systems to help them that are going to be coordinated. Have you guys, as your team, talked about that at all?
Not yet. My understanding from both Ford and from Jeff Knoll, who's the Secretary of Economic Development office, that they are starting to work to figure out how to provide all of the resources available from the state, how to do that. And so they are working on that right now. And I'm pretty confident I'll be working with them and making sure that we get the resources started up as soon as we possibly can in the next weeks to start providing help, start to provide resources to figure out, what jobs are available out in Hardin County and even beyond. Try to figure out how to get all these folks re-employed, at least for some time until they could possibly be employed by Ford down the road. But that's down the road. So, I mean, nobody's going to be able to sit around for the next 18 months and wait for Ford to finish up what they've got to do to provide those jobs. So, yeah, this is difficult, but I believe that we're going to have some good resources available to us and to this community to help them through that.
All right. You expressed optimism in your quote about Ford taking over the Glendale facility from the county's perspective. Why is that significant compared to other possible outcomes?
Well, I mean, the worst outcome to compare it to is that Ford could have just mothballed the facilities and just take the hit. They had that option, and when I spoke to a Ford representative, they indicated that was something that was considered. But I believe that Ford with all the investments and the long history in Kentucky, probably didn't dwell on that one too long, and they came up with this other alternative, which is much, much better than that, of course, to refurbish, to retool the plant that they're using right now, remove all of the equipment out of there, and then replace it with new equipment that will produce a different product and invest another $2 billion. That's nothing to sneeze at, right? I mean, that's a heck of a lot of money in anybody's book. And so I believe the future will be brighter. It's a product that is apparently needed. And I've heard different rumors about how far behind orders are for these types of batteries. But I think that just the fact that we're going to be dealing directly with Ford Motor Company, we know who they are. We have contacts with them. They have people established in Kentucky and in Frankfurt. So there's a lot of good things in the long run that will probably come out of this.
Okay. For viewers trying to separate fact from rumors, what are one or two of the things you can confidently say are confirmed, and what are things people should expect that you've been hearing that are rumors?
Yeah, I think one thing just to keep in mind that this is early in the process. So, one of the things that I have heard that I'm already getting some phone calls, emails about is that there will be a data center in one of the buildings. And even though I can't promise that that will or won't happen, the indications right now is that that is not fact. It is a little confusing in that this new product that Ford will be producing in a Kentucky One building it is a battery, a large battery that will be utilized to in ways that could be used by data centers. If you think about what those batteries will do, apparently, and I haven't studied this because I just started really looking at these batteries yesterday to try to research a little bit about them. But companies or utilities can purchase these batteries, and there's a difference whenever you're purchasing a lot of power and electricity. There's a peak time, and you pay more for that electricity during peak times. You pay less other times. So if you have these batteries around, you could purchase the electricity at a lower cost and store it, and then utilize it during the peak time and save money. That's my understanding of this product. And so data centers obviously are massive users of energy, right, of electricity. So I can imagine that they could save quite a bit of money by storing some of the electricity into some batteries and utilizing it in that way. So some people maybe saw data center and didn't realize that the product is being produced that data centers can utilize. It wasn't saying the news release from Ford did not say that they were going to have a data center in Glendale. Now, I can't say that they won't ever. I don't know what the future holds for that other plant building that's sitting there. I'm sure there are many, many, many options from what Ford said. So, but it's a fantastic site. That Ford can utilize for lots of different options and lots of different opportunities in the future. That's probably the biggest thing that's hit me. I don't know if there's something else that you're aware of. Any of you are aware of a rumor that you're not sure of?
I'll just speak on it, but I'm pretty sure I know this for a fact. But I already saw it out there that they threw your name out there, Jeff, Andy Games, Daniel London, that you all knew about this, that this was all happening yesterday. And I don't think they can be further from the truth. I'm pretty sure that this blindsided all of us.
It did. None of us knew about this until the news release came out from SK on last Thursday, right? Last Thursday morning.
Yeah.
And then the phone call started at that point. So no, I didn't know anything about it at all. It's a surprise to me. I mean, I, like most people, wondering how Bosch was going to maneuver with all the changes that have occurred with the EVs. I didn't know how they were going to continue to produce, batteries for a product that's not selling very well. So I thought there'd have to be some kind of pivot, some kind of change, but I had no idea that it was going to come in this way or this manner. So
then I can second that. We, Judge Taul, who is my dad, we went to see and visit my sister this weekend, and we were talking about it. And yeah, there was nothing out
No.
there before the 11th of this month. All right. So as more information becomes available, what's the best way for residents to stay informed and avoid misinformation?
That's a good question. I don't have a specific website, or I would just say stay tuned to Hardin County government website and Facebook. I mean, we'll try to keep on top of the latest information that is factual as we know it, and try to get that information out as best we can. I've not been given a site from Ford yet. I would assume that they will be building something and have a phone number, or someplace for people to contact in the near future. But I haven't received that information yet.
All right. Well, Judge Taul, thank you for taking the time to speak directly with our community today. We appreciate the transparency and leadership during what's clearly a challenging transition. Before we let you go, I wanted to make sure that nobody else had any questions I want to ask you.
Don't put me on a spot. Don't do it.
Wow. I'm sure it's a tough time to be in leadership. So we want to say thank you for all you guys are doing on the front lines to protect our community and the people that work here, and make sure that they have the resources. So thank you. I'm sure it's a challenge. It's not a fun time to be in leadership. So
no, it's not. But it's you know what? We're going to get through it. People in our county, as all of you know, got a way together to make it through this. And those folks that are losing their jobs in our prayers, and reach out to them, those that and help through this difficult time.
All right. Well, we thank you for joining. We know you're busy, so we'll let you head out, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.